Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield, and win the blue and silver way. Stand and cheer the brave, rah, rah, rah! Go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gang, a Lions victory. Go Lions!
It's about I gotta say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Being able to run as he shoots the moon to the fans here in Green Bay.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Here we go. Down from the gun to the touchdown. It is caught. Touchdown.
This is BS Sports.
And welcome in. I know shaved face is a Halloween costume, okay? What can I say? Halloween costume. Beard will be back in no time. But Sunday afternoon, we got Lions in Baltimore taking on the Ravens. I didn't get a good look at the crowd to see how many Lions fans were there. I'm sure we will get some. The big news going into this game, Gibbs is back. Dave Montgomery is out. Brian Branch, though, is also back. I can't think of any other injuries. Let's see what the injury report is actually. Jerry Jacobs also out, which is rather unfortunate for our secondary because he was doing a really good job. Unfortunately, he got hurt. I believe on Saturday, he was listed as questionable, and it was like, oh, well, great. We just lost him. And then Charles Harris as well. He's a healthy scratch, I believe. And we still haven't seen Broderick Martin. I mean, we drafted this guy last year out of, I believe, Western Kentucky, and I don't know what his injury is, but he's just been inactive completely. Like I don't know. Hopefully he's okay, but not really sure what happened to him. But ESPN maybe not surprisingly, but they do have us at a 45.7% win probability. So they're favoring the Ravens here, which to be honest, yeah, it makes sense. Eventually, it's an up and down league. Lions have been up for a while here, and this is a big test in Baltimore. I mean, the Ravens are a very good team on defense for sure. Offensively, it's a little bit of a question mark. I'm just not sure if their wide receiver room and if Lamar Jackson can really put something together, especially in late in games. But looks like we're getting going here. So it looks like there's a lot of Ravens fans. I see little sprinklings of Lions fans in there, but we'll see. It's a crisp day, 63 degrees in Baltimore. Looks like there's a little bit of wind there. Aaron Andrews' hair is blowing away. So, I don't know who's going to be. Oh yeah, Craig Reynolds is still available as well. So it's going to be shared duty between Gibbs and Craig Reynolds at the running back position today. So, oh look, Gamble's rocking a hoodie. Okay, so it's a little crisper. Weather's getting a little cooler. And it looks like the Lions are going to kick off to start the game, which I like. I like to defer. Well, I don't know if they won the coin toss or not. I don't really know. It depends on I like kicking off first, though. So, actually, it does look like there's a decent amount of Lions fans, especially up front. So, doesn't look as noticeable as it was in Tampa Bay, but I think that's just because it's blue and purple. So, Jack Fox off to kick it off. And he's going to kick that one all the way to the end zone for a touchback. So in comes Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense. Former MVP Lamar Jackson just signed a big extension this past season, or this past offseason, I should say. He was for but a moment I think he was for a moment the highest paid quarterback in the league. Maybe not. I could be wrong on that. But they were up there. Yeah, there is actually a decent chunk of blue there, decent chunk of Lions fans. So rookie Zay Flowers in this wide receiver room. I don't know if Odell Beckham Jr. is playing. Obviously, they lost their starting running back, Dobbs. I believe in week 1 they lost him. So Jackson starts the day in the shotgun with a man to his left. Another man in motion. Here's the quick snap. Jackson on the move, going to toss it over, looking for a lane, nowhere to go. Going to gain just about one. That was Jack Campbell on the tackle on the receiver Hill. That was a pretty awkward looking snap. The man in motion nearly got in between the ball and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has a 15-1 career record against NFC opponents. They're going to give him a gain of 2 on that last catch and run. Jackson in the shotgun again, this time Hill to his right. Moves the man in motion. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the give. No, they're going to... Oh, no, Jackson's going to keep it. Odell Beckham Jr. able to pick up the first down. Would that say Jacobs? I thought Jerry Jacobs was out. Maybe that's like Corey Joseph or Kirby Joseph. So that was Lions bit on that run pass option. So Odell Beckham Jr. picks up the first down. That answers my question. Odell Beckham Jr. is playing. So Jackson 2 for 2 for 13 yards. Slowly moving down the field on a couple of passes, a couple of little screens. Jackson fakes the give, looking to pass again. Jackson has plenty of time, going to lob it up the middle, wide open. It is caught past the 40, past the 30, past the 20. Zay Flowers breaks a tackle, and he's taken down just into the red zone. Tracy Walker III with the tackle, and the rookie Zay Flowers makes a big impact early. That's a fine throw from Lamar Jackson. And just like that, the Ravens are in striking distance. I don't know how Zay Flowers got that open. I mean, there was plenty of time for him. Just Mark Andrews able to draw off. I thought that said Jacobs. It said Jerry Jacobs was out. Number 31. I don't know. Jackson in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looking to pass again. Nothing but passes from this Ravens offense. Jackson's got plenty of time on the run, still looking, and he's going to be taken down from behind, but he's going to pick up about 4. I believe that was Josh Paschal who made the tackle, second down. So far, no run plays this whole drive. Nothing but passing from Lamar Jackson. Well, I guess that was not the design run where he picked up 3. Now Jackson moving Flowers to the left side. He's only got 4 seconds on the play clock. He's got to snap the ball. There it is. Now they're going to give it to... Not going to go anywhere. Or not going to be a first down, I should say. Going to pick up about 4. That was number 35 with the carry, whose name I cannot see. First run play of the day. It'll be 3rd and 3. Opportunity here for Detroit to force them to settle for a field goal. But the offense for the Ravens done a real good job marching down the field. Mark Andrews moves in motion. Here's the snap. Jackson fakes the give. Jackson going to run with it, and he is going to be short. Big stop there. Tracy Walker III. Jackson with the RPO, and he tried to run with it, and he had nowhere to go. It'll be 4th down, and a decision is going to be made here by John Harbaugh on the Ravens. Aiden Hutchinson nearly got beat by that RPO, but Tracy Walker III came in, and they're going to keep the offense out there. So they're going to go for it on a 4th and 1. This is an opportunity here for Detroit to come away with no points given up. The Ravens are 1 for 4 on the season on 4th down. Jackson lines up under center. He moves the man in motion. That's Andrews. They're going to fake the give. Jackson going to run with it. He gets a block. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson starts the scoring early, and it's the first touchdown of the afternoon. 6-0 Ravens. Lions have bit on that RPO, fake handoff, whatever you want to call it. multiple times they've gone after the back and left Lamar Jackson with plenty of room to run to find a play to make. So not a great way to start defensively for Detroit. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Booming shot from Justin Tucker. 7-0 Ravens. And it was that big play to Zay Flowers that really opened up that drive. Credit to the Lions defense for sort of closing it up into the red zone, but just a great play call there by head coach John Harbaugh in that offense to run it with Jackson on the fake give. Well, that was not ideal. Not an ideal way to start. But see if our offense can march down the field ourselves. That would be very nice. Get ourselves back in the game. I mean, they were passing it a lot more than I expect. I mean, I guess they don't have, starting running back because their actual starting running back is dead. So, yeah, I mean, that was just Zay Flowers. He just beat us that drive. That was Zay Flowers. And outside of that, I mean, it wasn't like a whole lot of plays we really got totally nailed on. Like they would gain, 5-6 yards. But that's the first big play I can think of that we gave up. Well, no, that's true. That's not true. We gave up some big plays against the Chiefs, but outside of those plays, I can't. Who's calling me? Oh, I'll call him back. But I saw on this little scoreboard though, Cleveland Browns beating the Colts. I think I had them this week, and I thought I saw something. The Colts are wearing their new jerseys. I didn't even get a look at them. Oh, the Masked Singer Harry Potter edition. Who could miss this? I mean, this is prime television. How is anybody gonna miss the Harry Potter episode of the Masked Singer? That you'd be lying to me if you said you weren't gonna watch this, because I know I'm gonna be alive when it's on. Well, I would assume. Is it tonight or tomorrow? I don't know. It's one of these days. So assuming that I don't, die, I will be alive while that airs. Rangers Astros though tonight. Rangers back against the wall. They gotta come up with a win here. They had that last game. They had game 5. They unfortunately they blew it. So all right. So kickoff is incoming from the Ravens. Jared Goff looks on the sideline. Just about a 5-minute opening drive there from the Ravens. So incredibly efficient. Total of 75 yards, just marched down the field. Most of it was passing, too. That's what was so amazing. Justin Tucker out to do the opening kick. The big play was that 46-yard catch from Zay Flowers, for sure. Tucker with a short kick. This one's going to be just outside the 20, or just inside the 20, and looking for a lane and taken down just shy of the 40 is Khalil Dorsey with the return there. So the Lions going to get real good field position, an unusually short kick from Justin Tucker. So in comes the Lions offense. Lions 13-4 in their last 17. Total of 4,473 passing yards in those games. Goff starts in the shotgun. Man to his right and left. That's Gibbs. Here's the snap. He's going to give it to Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs looking for a little hole. He's going to pick up just about 3 or 4. Second down for Detroit. Jameson Williams going to get probably a little bit more snaps today with the loss of Marvin Jones. This is the second straight huddle he's been in. Had a big touchdown last week against the Bucs. Now Goff in the shotgun all alone. Thinking probably a pass is incoming. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. He's got some time. He's going to lob it up to Jameson Williams, who catches it, but is he in? No, he's going to be out of bounds. So they're going to call it an incomplete pass, but Williams came up with the football. That was a close call. Are they going to show that on replay? I guess not. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down here for the Lions. You can't start with that good field position to just not march down the field, or at least eat away a little bit of the clock. Goff in the shotgun with Gibbs to his right. Moves St. Brown in motion. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. Pressure coming. He's going to be sacked. And another sack for this Ravens defense. And the Lions go 3 and out to start the day. A little bit of extracurricular activity going on. No flags are thrown. And that was not a great start offensively for Detroit. The ball come out before, and yeah, that was definitely a fumble. So good on Penei Sewell to pick up that football, because that was a fumble. I'm not sure what the camera angle is for our punter. Here's the snap, and there goes the punt from Fox. Fox with a booming. Oh boy, he lost it. The ball is loose. Flag comes in because I don't know if it was an intention. I don't know if he called for a fair catch. I think he did, and a Lions player ran into him. That's going to be a penalty if he did, in fact, call for the fair catch. And yeah, Duvernay definitely called for it. 27 ran into him, and that's fair catch interference. And that's just not a mistake you can make down 7 and giving them the football with real good field position. So they'll talk about it, and it will be kick catch interference on Detroit. It's a very windy day. So Ravens take over with the ball, have a 7-0 lead, 8:57 to play. So not an ideal start offensively at all. I mean, hey, I guess Jameson caught the ball. He just didn't catch it inbounds. I don't know if it was that good of a pass. They didn't show the replay, so I can't really comment any further, but it looked like he had to come back to it. But I think that was the route design. So looks like they're trying to get Jameson involved relatively early. But unfortunately the offense just really didn't get much of anything. I mean, Gibbs had about the 4-yard run, and that was about it. And the sack and the sack and fumble. Thank goodness for Sewell to have the wherewithal to pick up that ball so we could punt him away. But I mean, he had a chance to pin him, and you just run into the return man. Not a great start. Not a great start at all. Hopefully the defense can step it up and hold them back, because, I mean, hey, they've already given up more points this week than they did all last week. Just 1 touchdown. And that'll do it. Well, 1 touchdown and a PAT. Hopefully, they'll figure something out on defense. Just get off the field quickly. Hopefully, this offense can get something going. The problem is, hearing that wind, I mean, it's probably going to be difficult to pass, at least do like deep shots, because the wind is going to affect the trajectory of that football, and kicking especially. So you're gonna need to get into the end zone, because I don't trust a late second field goal is going to win this game, especially given Riley Patterson's a decent kicker, but he can't kick it outside of 50. So you're gonna need to put it pretty close if you're going to want to try a game-winning field goal or anything like that, or any field goal for that matter. All right. It's a full crowd in Baltimore. It looks like a very nice day there. I mean, minus the wind. Just a little bit of cloud coverage. Meanwhile, well, I guess it's decent. It's like weird here. It's like kind of overcast, but then you can still see the sky a little bit. Oh boy, this is a very dizzying camera angle. That was oh boy. Let's not do that again, Fox. Jackson in the shotgun. Moves 42 from the right to the left. Now he's calling for something. Here's the snap. Gonna pass again. And a lot of time for Jackson. He's gonna throw it. It is gonna be caught in a big hit from Tracy Walker. Or no, from Brian Branch, excuse me. So just a short gain on that pass. But geez, I mean, Lamar Jackson had plenty of time in the pocket. I mean, they just were not bringing much pressure to Jackson. And this D line, just the one sack, I believe, in the last couple of games. They did not sack Baker Mayfield all of last week. 2nd and 7, a 3-yard reception on the last play. Jackson takes the snap, looking to pass again. Now he's going to throw it up the middle. Missed his man, incomplete. Tracy Walker was all over Mark Andrews. It'll be 3rd and 7. Big opportunity for the Lions defense to make a stop here. 3rd and 7. That was the first incompletion thrown by Jackson. Yeah, Jerry Jacobs does lead the league in interceptions. That's wild. That's why the interception stat is kind of a misnomer. Like I like when it's like it's good, but it's not like, anybody can lead the league in interceptions. Just one of those things. Here's the snap. Looking to pass is Jackson. He's got to get rid of it quickly. He throws it incomplete. Flag comes in late. Tracy Walker was on the covers. That ball was nowhere near Andrews, and Walker can't believe it. Is this really going to be pass interference? That ball was completely out of... They're going to call illegal contact on Tracy Walker. So it'll be an automatic first down. I don't know. What is the illegal... I mean, all right. I guess illegal contact. And that's another penalty on Detroit that just... Unfortunate. Just not a good... Just a bad mistake right there. And they're talking about it. Maybe they're going to... I don't know if maybe... Because nobody was there. So... We'll see what happens. If an intentional grounding is called... Let's hear it. So it's going to be intentional grounding on the offense and then illegal contact on the defense. But those falls are going to offset, so it'll be 4th down. All right. And that is a bailout for Detroit. It makes sense, though. I mean, there was nobody there. I thought he was throwing to Andrews, but Andrews going the opposite way. And given the pressure was coming, the referees had a talk, and they made the right call. So it's going to be 4th and 7 for the Ravens. Punt team's going to come out for the first time for Baltimore. Or no, they're going to, oh no. Oh, they're going to repeat 3rd down. I'm sorry. I thought they lose the down. But because they offset, it's going to be 3rd and 7. So they get another chance here. Jackson takes the snap, looking to pass. Pressure's coming. He's going to throw it up the middle. He's got a man. It's Zay Flowers again. Or no, that's Rashad Bateman with the reception. Up the middle and a conversion. And, I mean, nobody home. Cam Sutton able to make the tackle after the catch, but pressure was coming. Hutchinson was going from the left-hand side. Looked like he was getting held. Seems like I say that a whole lot. So now into Lions territory are the Ravens. They're going to try to run it, and that is not going anywhere. A loss of a yard as Isaiah Bugs makes the tackle to make it 2nd and 11. They're going to say no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10. It might be a long 2nd and 10, though. He might have lost about a half a yard. Second and 10. Jackson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looked like somebody might have jumped on offense, but no flag. Plenty of time for Jackson. Throws it to Bateman again, who was open. And Rashad Bateman has come alive for the Ravens offensively. And Sutton, he got totally beat on the route. And the O-line for the Ravens has just totally shut down any pass rush attempt for the Lions. 6 first downs for the Ravens today, none for Detroit. Here's the snap. They're going to give it. And Edwards looking for a lane, and he's going to find a decent one, pick up about 8 or 9 on the run. But the biggest run they've had all day. Jackson has thrown just 1 incompletion today. He is 6 for 7 for 98 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 on the 9-yard rush. Just shy of the red zone are the Ravens. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the give. Jackson going to throw it quickly. It's incomplete. Behind Odell Beckham Jr., the intended receiver. 3rd and 1. Games missed for Lamar Jackson. They're putting on the screen. In weeks 11 to 18, he has missed a total of 10 since 2021. He has not missed a game from week 0 to 10. Or from week 1 to 10, I should say. Not week 0. There's not college football. 8 passes and 6 rushing attempts. 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down opportunity for Detroit. Here's the snap. Jackson looking to pass. Jackson has some time. He's going to find a lane looking for the 1st down. He's going to pick it up. And another 1st down for the Ravens. And the pass rush is just unable to close in and get those drive-killing sacks. But Lamar Jackson, man, he is just so mobile. He is able to find his way out of those tough spots. Picks up a 1st down. The Ravens are in the red zone for the 2nd straight time. Jackson takes the snap, looking to pass. Hutchinson coming from behind, and he nearly sacks him, but he breaks free, and then Jackson's going to be taken down, a gain of about 4. I don't know how Aiden Hutchinson did not sack him. How did he not get that sack? He was grabbing onto his leg, and it was as if Jackson just fused through him. I mean, that is I've never seen anything like that. Aiden Hutchinson's got to be upset with himself for not getting the sack there. 2nd and 7. Here's the snap. Jackson going to throw it quickly, looking for a lane from Beckham. He's going to be taken down short by about 2 yards. 3rd and I'd reckon 2 or 1. 3rd and 3, actually. Honestly, I don't know though, because I don't know how that would be pretty scary. Just on paper, I don't know how well the fit would be though. Jackson looking to pass. Jackson still moving, and he is he's breaking free. Jackson, I don't know how he's still on his feet. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Are you kidding me? Aguilar with the touchdown reception. I thought he was sacked. And the Ravens have extended their lead to 13. I don't know how there was no holds that whole time. I mean, there was plenty of pressure. He was running throughout the whole time. But Aguilar able to break free from the rookie Brian Branch and pick up the reception for a touchdown. Here's the kick for the extra point, and it is good right down the middle. It is 14-0 Baltimore. And this Detroit defense that was raring last week is getting lit up in the opening quarter. 14 Ravens. 3:11 to play in the opening quarter. Man, that opening drive that we had where we just went 3 and out is not good. It's not good. It's not looking good. You needed to score there, keep yourself in the game, and now you're down 2 possessions early, and the defense has not been able to stop Lamar Jackson, even from passing, because that's all they've been doing practically. They haven't run the ball all that much. So Lamar Jackson is putting the ball where his receivers are, and his receivers are typically fairly wide open. So we're gonna need some adjustments for sure from the defensive side. But we'll see if Aaron Glenn can make those adjustments. And further, if this defensive line can finish, pressures with sacks, because that's a concern right now. Early, Lamar Jackson able to break out of the pocket on multiple occasions and complete passes, especially converting for third down. In that case, converting for a touchdown. So it's not a great start on defense. Now, hopefully, the offense can try to keep us in the game, but you're gonna be playing from behind, and it's never easy to play from behind, by any means. Oh my! Yeah, you probably do need to see a dermatologist if you got like red blotches on your arm, dry, just like that would gross. I don't know why this is a family show. What's the big noon Saturday game this week? Because I'm very upset with Fox last week for Oklahoma and Kansas. That's what they're doing. We do get the ball at the half, so if we can keep ourselves in the game by the half. I mean, seriously, he had 10 seconds to throw the ball. That's unacceptable stuff on defense. But knowing that we get the ball at the half, we need to make it close, especially at the half. But right now, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good at all. Just 3 plays for the Lions on offense, a minute and 40 of possession, and they have eaten away. The Ravens have eaten away at 10 minutes in the game and 14 points, obviously. Now, that's a soaring kick from Tucker that'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So now, got to bounce back here. Jared Goff back out on the field. That drive ended with a fumble picked up by Detroit. And we'll see if Detroit can make a big play here early. Goff in the shotgun with Gibbs to his left. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. His pressure is coming. He's tossing it over to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pick up just a couple of yards on the catch. Oh, we got a game break. Oh, I guess we won't talk to Carissa. Wow. The Buccaneers just tied it up. Mike Evans, 7-7 against the Falcons. Oh, thanks, Carissa. I don't think they knew that we couldn't hear Carissa. I don't know if that's what happened. All right. Fun stuff. Goff now under center. Goff takes the snap. He's going to give it to Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds is going to be chopped up short of the yards to gain. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6. Third down. We are missing Montgomery. But we didn't have Montgomery last week. We didn't have Montgomery against the Falcons. You just got to step up. And frankly, that's why you drafted the running back at 12, right? You thought he was an explosive player. He's got to make explosive plays. Goff is in the shotgun. He's got Montgomery to his right. St. Brown moves in motion. Here's the snap. Looking to pass is Goff. Goff going to throw it. It is incomplete. Short of Sam Laporta. No flags. And back-to-back 3-and-outs for this Lions offense, which has just not looked comfortable all game. Sam Laporta we got a Ravens player down. Not sure who that is, but they're taking a look at him. 4th and 4 for Detroit. Minute 59 to play. No, not a good start at all. Offense can't get anything going. Just not looking comfortable out there. Jared Goff missing guys. Pressure is coming from this Ravens D line, which is, I mean, it's been really good to be fair, but defense has gotten eaten alive by Lamar Jackson's passing ability, which I did not expect, frankly, because I wasn't really all that convinced in Lamar Jackson's passing ability. But he's eaten our defense, and we've had plenty of missed opportunities as far as getting sacks and killing drives. But yeah, it's just not good. Not good stuff. Offense got to figure it out because you don't want, especially because they're gonna get the ball back here as soon as Jack Fox gets the punt off, and you can't figure it out on offense, and if they just keep marching down the field and eating away at the clock, you're gonna be down 17-0 in the first quarter. So you got to make a quick stop here, and you got to keep yourself in the game because the more that they control the ball as they have, the more difficult it's going to be for your team to march to make a comeback. So, hoping for something here from Detroit on defense. I mean, we saw them go down against a team early in the season. They were down against Kansas City, and they were down against the Seattle Seahawks. That game ended in an overtime loss. But the Lions have looked very poor. Aaron Glenn in the first 16 games allowed no points in the first quarter. This game, he's allowed 14. How's it going, MJJ? Here's the punt from Fox. It's a booming shot all the way inside the 10 and fair caught at just about the 10. Yeah, they have looked very poor to start this game. Best part about this game for the Lions has been Jack Fox. He's had a couple of good punts there, and hopefully they can figure something out because it's been not a whole lot of good stuff. Lamar Jackson's going to head back onto the field again. Couple of trips for him offensively, both ending in touchdowns. Interception would be nice. If you're going to win this game, you're going to have to get a little lucky as far as turnovers, as far as, flags, frankly. You're going to need to take advantage of those. And they've had a couple of third down opportunities where they just give up a big play. There's been a couple of big plays given up by this defense that really was doing a great job through the first 6 games, not giving up those kind of plays. But here we go. Still got plenty of time in the game to make up for it. The Ravens pinned down in the worst field position they've had all game. 1st and 10, Jackson in the shotgun. He's got a man behind him. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the give. Jackson looking to pass. Jackson's got to get rid of it. It is caught by Odell Beckham Jr. First down. Another just booming throw from Lamar Jackson. Pressure came there from Tracy Walker, the safety, and he's able to deliver the hit after. But, I mean, Beckham has stepped up today. For sure. It's just been Lamar Jackson beating this defense with his arm. 11 dropbacks, no sacks, just 5 pressures. Here's the snap. Jackson all alone looking to pass. Jackson's got plenty of time. Still got time. Flag is thrown. Pass is going to be incomplete. That was Jack Campbell on the coverage, and I think finally the Ravens are going to be called for a holding. And it will be offensive holding. And that was holding against the Ravens, holding Romeo Okwara. And that was one of the lesser egregious calls, or one of the lesser egregious looking holds. But here's an opportunity for Detroit now. You got a 1st and 20. You got to make a stop here because the Ravens have controlled this first quarter. And if you just continue to let them eat away at that clock, it's not going to be good. Jackson going to lob it up, and it is overthrown to Zay Flowers, incomplete, 2nd and 20. That'll stop the clock with 58 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. I thought the Lions were going to win this game, but, I mean, it's not over. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it as if the game is over. No, I picked the Lions to win this week, and that's probably because I'm just a homer. Probably just because I mean, like, to me, it's like, as far as predicting games, I look at every game on our schedule. I'm like, yeah, I could see us winning any of these games. So why would I bother picking against us? It just doesn't make much sense to me. They're going to hand it off this time on 2nd down, and still on his feet for a big gain of about 7 or 8, and it'll be 3rd and long, but another decent run there. That was Hill on the carry. 3rd down and decently long. 3rd and 11, a pickup of 9 on that last run. Lions need to stop here, and the Ravens have to run one more play before the quarter. Jackson in the shotgun. Man to his right. 3rd and 11. Here's the snap. Jackson looking to pass. Jackson going to throw it deep. He caught it. And, I mean, once again, Jackson beating this defense with his arm, and that'll end the first quarter. And they double team Aiden Hutchinson. Pressure was coming from him, but toe tap catch, and Lamar Jackson has looked really good in the opening quarter. So after one, it's 14 Ravens, Lions nothing. Jeez Louise. This could get ugly. I cannot wait to not see the Marvels. I got to tell you, I really can't wait to not see that movie. It's going to be good. For me to not see, that is. I don't plan on seeing. Who is that movie appealing? Weirdos? Losers? Captain Marvel fan? Got to be one, right? Her name is Brie Larson. She's a big fan of the character. Pays her a lot of money. Was she in anything other than Captain Marvel? I can't imagine. Why would anyone want to work with her? She sounds awful. I'm looking this up because the game is bad, so I'm looking up Brie Larson. Brie Larson movies. What movies was Brie Larson in? Okay, Captain Marvel. The Marvels. Anybody see Room? Not The Room. Anybody see Room? She was in Kong Skull Island. Anybody see that one? That was a movie. She's in Fast X or Fast 10. Anybody seen that one? She was in Scott Pilgrim. I did not know that. Was she the girl? I don't know. I didn't know she was that. She's in 21 Jump Street. I'm sorry. She's gonna be in there's gonna be another Avengers movie in 2026. That's 3 years from now. How do they? Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I have not heard of a lot of these. Right on Track. Looks like she is a child in that movie. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Hidden Temple, Legend of the Ten Rings. Barbie and the Magic of Pegasus. Didn't know that would be on your IMDb page, did you, Brie? Zay Flowers has just been eating us alive. It was Will Harris who was on the coverage who just kind of gave him too much space. So 1st and 10 for the Ravens again, as they are just shy of midfield. Jackson in the shotgun. He's been very comfortable today, passing for 156 yards. Fakes the give, looking to pass. Jackson going to throw it up the middle. Andrews got plenty of room to run. Or no, that's not Andrews. That's a big man. That's a lineman. Nobody was home, and he just picks up a huge gain. Ricard. Ricard, there was nobody on him for one, and for two, I didn't think the Lions realized he was an eligible receiver, and the big fellow with a big run. Look at the stride. Kirby Joseph made the tackle, but oh my goodness. Now you got to be feeling real bad if you're Detroit because they're running trick plays and it's only the second quarter. And there's another trick play, breaking free of the tackle on the run, getting a block, and picking up the first down was Mitchell. And this is getting worse as it goes. Oh, they're going to mark him just short. 2nd and 1. It looked like he picked up the first down. 222 total yards for the Ravens. The Lions with just 6 total yards. So, granted, it's a mark of how much time they've had the ball, but that's a mark of just how inefficient the Lions offense has been. As the Ravens pick up the first down on a Zay Flowers screen pass. Enough to move the chains and extend the drive. Defense cannot get off the field is the problem. They have not been able to come up with the stops. Lamar Jackson's just eating them alive in the passing game. He's thrown just 3 incomplete passes. Thrown the ball 16 times. Quick little pass over to Andrews, who's going to dive for the end zone, and he's got it. Baltimore with its 3rd touchdown of the half, and it is 20-0. Mark Andrews with a little screen pass to him, and he's able to pick up the speed and dive in for a touchdown. And now if you're Detroit, you're trying not to get embarrassed at this point. You're down 20, going to be 21 if the kick is good. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is just good. A little windy, but he's able to keep it in. So Mark Andrews gets a touchdown on National Tight Ends Day. But to Detroit's detriment, it is 21-0 Baltimore. This defense has really not looked good. 70 points on us? No. You're not going to score 70 points. It's pretty much impossible. Except for that one time when Miami did it to Denver this year. That's not good. They're not going to put 70 on it. Realistically, nobody's going to put 70 on anybody for a very long time. But Lamar Jackson, I really thought, if we forced this guy to beat us with his arm, we would have the game in our hands, but he's proven me wrong. I think he's proven a lot of people wrong because it just seems like at any given week, you could get good Lamar Jackson or bad Lamar Jackson. And right now, we're getting really good Lamar Jackson. Not helping that the defense is just unable to come up with the stops and that the offense can't stay on the field. Only 6 yards of total offense this half. You're going to have to flip the script real quick here because this game is already out of hand. So you're going to have to pull something off. Ben Johnson going to be playing with a 21-point deficit. And this Lions offense looks very different, especially with the loss of David Montgomery. But, to be fair, the Lions offense looked very, very good. It's a good defensive unit in the Bucs last week. Not to mention they've had a game against the Falcons where their offense did also look pretty good. Now, granted, the defense really stepped it up there, but it's just not a great start. No, not a great start. But still got a whole lot of game to play. Certainly not over yet. And they got to play like it's not over. You can't get frustrated. You can't give up easy penalties. And you got to be able to take advantage. I mean, there was a 1st and 20 in this drive, and you got to be able to take advantage of those. Mhm. Lions will get the ball to start the third quarter. So that is the only solace I can say. But here comes Justin Tucker, and he's going to have to pick the ball up. And he might need a spotter because the wind is making that ball. Oh, now it's standing up straight. Northwest winds going at 18 miles an hour. And the ball rolls off again, and they're going to need to get a spotter. Somebody's going to hold that football. Boy, look at the wind on that flag. So now they got somebody to hold the football. And there is the kick. It's a booming one. Lions gonna just take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Glenn having a conversation with his defense. Seems very upset, as he should be. Goff under center. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs unable to pick up much, just about 2 or 3 yards. Second down. Goff 1 for 3 for just 2 yards today after a monster game last week. Last 4 games, the Lions had just 3 minutes and 43 seconds where they were trailing. Today, they've trailed for over 12 minutes. That is an amazing statistic. Goff in the shotgun, man to his right. Jameson Williams moves in motion. Here's the snap, looking to pass his Goff. Pressure's immediately coming. He's going to be sacked. Nobody was on Mullet. And that was all that she wrote, as Goff saw it coming from behind and just immediately went to the ground. And this is just going from bad to worse. On 3rd and 16, Goff already been sacked twice today. The snap, Goff looking to pass. Goff, pressure coming, going to throw it up the middle this time to Sam Laporta, and he's going to be short. It's a big pickup to about the 32, but it'll be 4th down, and the punt team's got to come out. And that is the 3rd straight 3 and out for the Lions offensively. They have looked terrible. Absolutely terrible on offense in this first half. Ravens defensively have locked it down. It's a lot like the Lions defensively did to the Packers just a few weeks back. They cannot get out of their own way. So 4th and 3. Here's the snap. Bucs going to punt it away. And it'll roll just to about the 20. So Jackson comes out on what has been a perfect day for him. 21-0. Ravens on top. I got nothing to add. I mean, it's just been awful. Yeah, I mean, you need more than just one of those big plays. You're down 21. You're going to need a few. You're going to need your defense to totally lock it down. And look, I mean, it's 21-0. Teams have come back from 21-0, but problem is we're just not keeping the offense on the field. And we're not moving down the field. We just don't have any rhythm. What's this commercial? Oh my. Do they seriously like every time I see these stupid iPhone like camera commercials where it's like, oh yeah, look, these like music videos and these movies, they use it's like, no, they don't. They do not use iPhone cameras to record to record a music video. They just don't do that. Okay, this is not true. And maybe they use it for their commercial. They use it for the commercial to say that they used it, but like it doesn't unless your iPhone has nothing on it, right? You're using it like it would cease to be an iPhone. You're simply just using it as a camera. And at that point you're just getting like an actual camera. Maybe amateur filmmakers will use an iPhone camera. Just as always it always amazes me. Like who do they think they're fooling? Apparently. I want people to spend on their stupid iPhone 15. I don't even know what iPhone I got. I don't know. I got this iPhone I've had for honestly, I don't know how long I've had this phone for. I've had it for a long time. At least since I was back in college. I don't know exactly when though. Defense has got to make adjustments though, but Lamar Jackson has been totally dialed in. He has played damn near a perfect game. Jackson in the shotgun, man behind him. Here's a snap. Jackson gonna fake the give. Now he's gonna run with it. Hayden Hutchinson is gonna get blocked, and Jackson's gonna pick up a first down. That was a design run for Lamar Jackson. That's how I'm saying. Now, unfortunately for you, planned obsolescence does not agree. So the Bears are up 14-0. Oh, the Patriots 10-3 over the Bills. Jeez. What's going on in Buffalo? Bad things, apparently. Bad things. Jackson takes the snap. He's going to give it. And another big run and a big gain. That's another big run from Edwards. And this Lions rushing defense, which has done such a good job through the first 6 weeks, starting to show some cracks. A couple of broken tackles there. Does not look good on the defensive side of the football. Looks very eerily similar to the performance that the defense would typically put on last season. 274 total yards for the Ravens. 13 first downs. The Lions have yet to get their first down. Here's the snap. Jackson fakes, or no, he's going to give it to Hill, and Hill finds a hole and past the 30, past the 25, and taken down just past the 25. And the Lions faithful who have gone to this game look stunned. And what has been the best rushing defense in the league right now is laying a big goose egg. They've allowed 94. They average 65 yards per game rushing. So Jackson going to run. He's finding Mark Andrews, who's going to catch it and be taken down just inside the 5. And first and goal for the Ravens. This game is getting away from Detroit very quickly, as the Ravens are right there for a chance to drop another touchdown to go up 27, potentially 28. Down at the Detroit 2. 3 drives to the red zone, all for touchdowns. Jackson fakes the give, feeling comfortable. Now he's on the run. He's going to take it to the end zone, incomplete. Andrews got a hand on it. And finally, Lamar Jackson throws an incompletion. Second and goal. Here's the snap. They're going to toss it over. Looking for a lane. He's going to get in there for a touchdown. Gus Edwards with the rushing touchdown. First rushing touchdown for him today. And the Ravens are just beating down Detroit. So here comes the extra point attempt from Tucker. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it's just good. Win certainly a factor, at least on this side of the field. 28-0 for the Ravens. Definitely was not expecting just how bad this team looks. 28 for the Ravens. 7:45 to play in the half. Not a whole lot positive to say here. Not a whole lot to say in general, other than Lamar Jackson looks absolutely deadly. He looks like the best player on the field right now, and we look completely, I don't know, underprepared or just, completely outmatched. No doubt about it. I mean, Jackson, looking at the stats, he's already thrown for 229 yards, and Jared Goff has just thrown 2 complete catches. I mean, it's not. It's just really bad for Detroit. They're sitting at a 98.6 win probability, and we're not at the half. So you're going to need a miracle, an act of God, to pull off a win here. Look, I mean, I don't want to just do the look ahead to the Raiders next week. Luckily, the Lions get an extra day of rest for that, since they play that game on Monday. But I mean, it's just really bad, really, really bad. Apologize if there's just not a lot of energy in this broadcast, but what do you want me to say? I mean, that's just sort of, draining to. I mean, there's just not a lot of excitement for a Lions fan, except maybe from the Jack Fox punts. But that's, if you're punting the ball a lot, then that's usually not a good sign. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. They're doing Oklahoma against Kansas. That's their big noon game on Fox. Oh. At least I know I won't be watching that game. question starts to emerge as to whether or not you start just going for it on fourth down at this stage. I mean, I know you got so much time with the second half incoming and the whole rest of the second quarter, but the defense has not shown the ability to stop Lamar Jackson. You might need to just take some risks on offense to keep yourself in the game. Jared Goff comes out again, still looking for the first down for Detroit. 28-0. Goff playing from behind, needless to say. Here's the snap. Goff going to throw it quickly to St. Brown. That ball came out. It'll just be an incomplete catch. Oh gosh. Brian Hoyer on the Raiders. That's right. They don't have Justin Fields. I forgot that Justin Fields is hurt as well. 2nd and 10. Jameson Williams moves in motion. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. They're going to throw it to Khalif Raymond. Looking for a block is Raymond. He's going to pick up the first down. First down of the day for the Lions, and that's got to feel good. Needed a first down, and they needed a big play, and Khalif Raymond came up with it. It's a nice design screen to Raymond with some good speed, picking up a play. Now Goff under center. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the toss. Goff looking to pass. He's going to throw it. It is caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown. There's a first down into Ravens territory. And that's a nice pickup there from St. Brown. Looked like he kind of limped a little bit after the tackle there. But appears to be okay. He's back in the game, so just kind of walked it off. So back-to-back first down plays for Detroit offensively. Just at midfield. Here's the snap. Going to pass it from the pocket, or from the center. Goff on the run. He's got to run, and he is going to be sacked. Pushed out of bounds for a loss of 2. I don't know why he didn't throw that ball away. And he just could not find an open man. Second and 12. So push back into their own territory on that sack. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass again. Goff going to throw it. It is incomplete. No flag. That ball did not look like it was well thrown. Not sure if it got tipped, but it just was completely behind St. Brown. So now 3rd and 12, and Baltimore has done nothing but bring the pressure to Jared Goff, and he has just not been able to be the cool, calm, and collected quarterback that he has been pretty much all year, especially under the pressure. You got to make it a little bit manageable here. Here's the snap. Goff going to throw it. It is caught there by St. Brown, who's running the wrong way, but he's going to pick up about 5 or 6. It'll be 4th down. And I think they're going to keep the offense out there. I mean, you're down 28. You pretty much do have to go for it, I think. So 4th and 8, and they're going to keep the offense out there. Got to make a play here. Goff in the shotgun. Snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. He's going to heave it. Does he have a man? He does not. St. Brown was the intended receiver. It'll be a turnover on downs. And after a little jolt there offensively for Detroit, they come up short. 28-0 Ravens. They take the ball over. Less than 5 to play in the half. Yeah, I mean, nothing going. You had a little something there with the back-to-back first down plays, and then you just sort of couldn't come up with much. I mean, only thing you can do at this stage is try to get some turnovers, but doesn't look like the defense can really do much of anything right today. Why was Joel Embiid hitting that tire with a hammer? Is it just me or like this NBA commercial, this "How You Like Me Now"? I don't know. It just doesn't really a little cringy. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it appeals to some people. It doesn't really appeal to me. Maybe it's because my team sucks. And it looks Greg Olson is pointing out there may have been illegal contact against the Ravens there. And what are you going to do? I mean, you're down 28. I don't think it has anything to do with any ref ball here, but Baltimore is rolling right now, and defense just has to step up if they want to keep themselves in this game before the half. Here's the snap. Jackson fakes are going to give it to Edwards, who finds a hole. He's going to pick up about 7 or 8, and a flag comes in though. Play stands. It'll be a pick of about 7, and I think it's going to be a holding call, and it will be holding on the offense. So opportunity here for the defense on a 1st and 20 drive. Jackson with plenty of time in the pocket, going to get rid of it, and it is going to be caught by Andrews again. And Andrews breaks free of a couple of defenders and picks up the first down. And another big play there. Been nothing but big plays given up. Jack Campbell was the man in coverage, and I don't know, he was about a foot off of Mark Andrews. Lamar Jackson passing right now for over 250 yards, and we have yet to get to the 2-minute warning. Here's the snap. Jackson going to give it. Edwards, just about a 5-yard gain there. Second and 5. Jackson in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looking to pass is Jackson. He's going to throw it up the middle. That one is going to be caught, but short. Here's the snap. Jackson looking to pass again. Why not? Hutchinson's coming at him. He's going to throw it short, and a big stop there on third down and short. Tracy Walker with the tackle on Hill. Fourth down. And are they keeping the offense out on the field? There's no reason for them to do that. They're going to just let the 2-minute warning go, right? Well, there's a flag. And they're going to call Detroit for roughing the passer. That was Aiden Hutchinson who they just called for it. I mean, he hit him low. Wow. Just nothing going your way. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ravens. 10.2 yards per play so far. And a fumble. And it's going to be picked up by Detroit. I believe that's Aiden Hutchinson who picked it up. They fumbled it on the handoff. And Aiden Hutchinson makes a play. After giving up the roughing the passer, Aiden Hutchinson able to vacuum up that football. And Detroit finally able to get something. Just a poor handoff between the Ravens there. And Detroit's going to get the ball back and hopefully have the last possession of the half. 2:13 to play. Down 28. This is going to be a big drive for the Lions. You just want to get something on the board here. Touchdown, field goal, whatever you can get. Just end the half with something. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. He's going to throw it up the middle to Jahmyr Gibbs for a pickup of about 4. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. All Ravens, but the Lions with a turnover. Chance to finish a drive. 28-0. So maybe we got something. If we can score a touchdown here, that would be fantastic. But I don't even know if I want to play the fight song if we score a touchdown, honestly. I know I like to play the fight song whenever we score, but you're down 28-0. Like I you gotta be kind of in the game. In my mind. But I'd like it if we end this possession here with a touchdown. Go into the opening half, score a touchdown again. Then you got some. Then you're a little interested. But you're still gonna need a lot of stops on defense. They already are doing Santa commercials, by the way. I just want to let people know. I just saw a Christmas commercial from Macy's. And I just want to let people know this is a national emergency. This is a national emergency. This is disgusting. How we haven't even gotten to Halloween. And we're already doing Christmas commercials. First of all, I don't even want to talk about just the disrespect to the turkey of Thanksgiving. It's already disrespectful. Turkey fights very hard for his own month, and we're already erasing that. We're whitewashing away the turkey on during November. But the very fact that we're going far enough. It is October 22nd. This Christmas is not 2 months away. Can't do it. We can't do it. You know what? We might just have to cancel Christmas. We might have to stop because people acting up. They don't want to do it. They can't just wait until after Thanksgiving. Or heaven forbid, can't just wait until December. People don't know how to act. Mason doesn't know how to act. We got to shut them down. Hi, Rob Gronkowski. Can we get a JMO touchdown? Sure would be nice. Although I would prefer we kind of take our time moving down the field. JMO is kind of a take the top off, but I wouldn't mind a big play. Gonna need a big play. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff gonna get rid of it quickly. Caught by St. Brown. I believe he's gonna be just short. Might have picked up the first with the ball placement, but he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. So a nice catch and run there, and they're gonna pick up the first down. The announcer just said it was third down, but maybe it is third down. They're going to mark them short. 3rd and 1. Okay, well, here's the snap. They're going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to find a hole, and he's going to pick up the first down. Just short run there from Gibbs. That's all you needed. And Lions moving real quick here. No huddle. Got to move quickly here. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff going to lob it up for Sam Laporta. Makes the catch. That is Sam Laporta with the catch, who gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Pickup of about 5 or 6. Nice catch there from Laporta, the rookie. 2nd and 3. Pickup of 7 on that play. Lions with 2.7 yards per play today. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass again. Goff has some time. Still has some time. He's going to throw it to Khalif Raymond. Or St. Brown, excuse me. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 3. Now, you really got to pick up these first downs here because, obviously down 28 and in a short yardage situation, you feel like you want to go for it. Problem is if you don't get it here, you have a chance of giving up the 4th down with Ravens certainly in scoring range, given the amount of timeouts and the field position, if you don't get it. You need just 3 yards here. Take what you can get. Here's a snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. He's going to throw a deep shot. It's going to be caught by, I believe that is Josh Reynolds. A flag comes in, though, on the catch. I don't know if this is going to be OPI or... No, I don't think that's OPI. It's going to be a defensive penalty declined. So 1st down and a big gain there from Josh Reynolds. So good stuff there from Josh Reynolds, who seems to be a very reliable target for Jared Goff in this offense. Finally into Ravens territory. But given how deep the field goal would be and given the wind, going to need a few more first downs here if you want to say you can get a score. Goff on the run. Is going to throw it. It is dropped by Amon-Ra St. Brown. A flag comes in, though. We'll see what it is. And it's going to be offensive holding. That is not what you need to do at this drive. That's Penei Sewell called for the hold. So 1st and 20. The third penalty on Detroit. 35 total yards given up on the penalties. Here's the snap. Goff, quick toss over to Khalif Raymond, who finds a hole, gets a block. He's going to pick up about 9. And thinking about using timeouts here. Detroit still has all 3, but they have not used it. They're going to keep the offense on the field. I mean, you got all 3 timeouts. I don't know why you're not using them. They're going to try to move a little quickly here. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff going to throw it up the middle. It is caught by St. Brown. And now they're still not using the timeout. What are we doing? Why are we not calling timeout? I don't know how St. Brown came up with that football. It's a fine catch. 3rd and 3, still no timeouts used. And finally, a whistle is going to be blown, but this timeout is going to be called by Baltimore. I don't know why we haven't used a timeout. We had a minute left. You had an opportunity there to kind of have your way with it a little bit, have some time. I mean, he definitely caught the football. Ball never hit the ground. But I don't know what Dan Campbell is thinking as far as time goes. I don't know what Burkhardt is thinking. That looked like a completed catch to me. And John Harbaugh cannot believe it. Very expressive from the Ravens head coach. 3rd and 3. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Pressure's coming. Goff's got to get rid of it. He just kind of chucks it on the ground. They're just going to rule it an incomplete pass. Just a little underhanded throw from Goff. Now the question is, do you try to kick a field goal? Or do you just keep the offense out there and see what you can get? Flag comes in late. And they're going to call intentional grounding. And, I mean, now... Fourth and 15, and now you're just... So they're going to keep the offense out there on 4th and 15. Now, obviously, you're out of field goal range, but you're down 28. You got to just come up with something. It'll be 19 seconds at the at the second quarter because of the 10-second runoff. And Lions not using their timeout. Now he's going to take a timeout. And I just got to think. I mean, you had the opportunity, if you're Detroit, you had the opportunity to call a couple of timeouts before. And now you're dealing with, 19 seconds where you're probably not going to pick up much of anything in this play. I mean, you're going to need a big play. That's for sure. It is loud in Baltimore. 4th and 15. Gonna need a miracle. 21 seconds remaining. I thought it was 19. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. He's going to heave it. Flag comes in. Ball is going to be caught by St. Brown, but I don't know if this is going to stand. St. Brown frustrated as he throws the ball to the ground. And it's going to be holding on the offense. And what would have been a fantastic conversion, Penei Sewell called for the hold again. Sewell frustrated with himself as the punt team comes out. Fourth and 25, and Detroit now going to punt it from their own territory on what was probably their best offensive drive all game. After a Hutchinson fumble recovery, they come up with absolutely nothing, and Baltimore's going to get the ball back with just under 20. Here's the snap, and there's the punt. And it's going to take a Baltimore bounce, but it's going to be picked up inside the 20. Just 5 seconds remaining, and you imagine they're just going to knee the ball. We would not have been able to kick that field goal. It is way too deep, and it's too windy. You can't kick a field goal from that range. On the 4th and 15, that would have been like a 60-yard field goal. And Riley Patterson can't make past 50. And Jackson's just going to take the snap and take a knee. And Lions are going to get the football to start the second half, but they are down 28-0. So, all right. Well, I will be right back. I'm going to fill this up here, and then I'm going to also use the restroom at the half. So, rather unfortunate start. Hopefully, we can make it interesting in the second half, I guess. That's all I can ask for. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, the Giants 14-0 over the Commanders. Huh. Huh. I guess a look around the league right now at the half. Browns up 24-21. Just a little under 2 minutes for the half in that game. New England taking it to the Bills 13-3. Bills have not looked like the Bills lately. That's for sure. And the Bears taking it to the Raiders 14-3. Halftime score for Bucs Falcons is tied up. But I mean, come on. I hate it's like I don't get the face ID like once and all of a sudden it just like it's like I don't even know who you are. Like why does it forget my face? I don't doesn't make much sense to me. Oh, thanks, Rob. Rob, what are the Lions? How are the Lions looking? Looking rough. Thanks, Rob. What a hey, Rob knows what it's like to be down at the half. Very yeah. I mean, look, one of the things I will point out is statistically, Lamar Jackson he falls off uh, in the second half in his career. I know, especially his fourth quarter numbers are very not good. So if you're gonna make a comeback, right now at the half, ESPN has it as a 0.8% chance that the Lions win this game. So not very likely, but it's the only thing you can grasp onto right now. And first time that this defense all year has given up this many points since the Seattle game, where they gave up 35, 34, 38, something. I don't know. They gave up over 30 points, but I don't know what the score was at the half. Certainly, this is the most amount of points they've given up at the half. I mean, how is anybody going to miss the new snake oil? How is anybody going to miss that game? See, like Oregon, Utah. That to me is a much better noon game. But because it's on the West Coast, they can't do a noon. Also, it'd be like 9 a.m. start. That sucks. Hold on. So I've had laundry going in the background. I don't know if it's noticeable. I just heard the machine turn off. So I'm gonna be right back just so that I can switch the loads as it's. I don't know why. I just always hate using that terminology. But yeah, I'll be right back. Brad Holmes better be making moves. I mean, clearly the secondary needs some additions. So, gotta be looking in the cornerback market, I would imagine, in the trade, at the trade block. Looks like DK Metcalf is out today. So, if you have him in fantasy, take him out. My like fantasy team for like the first, like before I adjusted anything, it was like out, questionable, question. I was like, oh no, everything's falling apart. But luckily, uh, what's his name? Why? Sorry, I got distracted by flag football. McCaffrey is going to be playing tomorrow, so now I just need him to not have a bad day. Like he got hurt early, so I kind of Are people really going to go watch the flag football? Oh, okay, because it's going to be in the Olympics in 2028. That is 5 years from now. What are they? I mean, yeah, football will still be huge in 5 years, you would think. But I don't. I have no interest in flag football. So, going into the half, Lions with a 0.8 win probability according to ESPN. They're down 28-0. Starting the third quarter, they will get the football. Greg Olson, I don't know how I feel about that suit. I mean, like, it's kind of cool. Like, got the stripe cube design thing. I don't. Seems a little too flashy. I don't know. It just doesn't. He can't pull it off. Somebody can pull it off. I don't know if he can pull it off. It's a question. Lions was just 97 total yards at half to Baltimore's 355. Only 4 first downs. Had the ball for just about 10 minutes. At this point, you want to make it close. You want to play, play a game. You gotta do something. So Justin Tucker is out to kick it off. And here it goes. So line drive all the way to the back of the end zone for a touchback. Malcolm Rodriguez is in as the fullback next to Jared Goff. Huh. Rookie the second year linebacker. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Gibbs. And Gibbs is going to be chopped up after picking up just about 4. So actually just a gain of 2. I thought it was more than that. No, that is not 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Goff going to fake the give, look to pass. Goff going to throw a deep shot up the middle. It is caught by that's Josh Reynolds. And just shy of midfield for the first down. Josh Reynolds with another big catch and run. A nice pass from Jared Goff through coverage. And a big gain. 1st and 10 for Detroit, knocking on the door of midfield. Goff under center. Here's the snap. They're going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a hole, breaks a lane, and just chopped up short of the yards to gain, but he's going to pick up about 8. The first big run there from Gibbs. Largest point deficit on the road since week 1 against Washington in 1991. Wow. Talk about a long time coming. That 91 team, of course, the last team to win a playoff game and win their division. Gibbs, 5 rushes for 21 yards today. Really hasn't been too much of a factor. Saw a little burst of speed there, though. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the give to Gibbs. Jared Goff under pressure. Ball came out, and I think he got it. Nearly fumbled away. And a bullet dodged, potentially. Yeah, he definitely fumbled it, but Goff able to get back on top of it, luckily. So it'll be 3rd and 7 in Ravens territory. Goff all alone in the shotgun. Snap. Quick pass to the slot. St. Brown. He's going to be taken down short. Just a pickup of about 4. I mean, you'd think they're just going to keep the offense out on the field. Just a quick little screen to St. Brown. He got the first block, but just unable to really find a good lane there. So they're going to keep the offense out there again. 4th and 4. Goff all alone in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. He's going to throw it. It is caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown got a lot of room, and he's going to be taken down at about the 30. A first down and a big play there from St. Brown. Lions needed that conversion. St. Brown able to break free, and he had some room to run. A nice throw from Jared Goff, and an even nicer catch from St. Brown. So 1st and 10. 50 yards today for St. Brown on 10 targets. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Double fakes the give. Now he's going to pass it to Gibbs in the backfield. Gibbs gets a block. Breaks free of a tackle. Into the red zone. Into the 10. And he is taken down at about the 9-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs with a big play to make it 1st and goal. And that was a quite the trick play. 2 fake handoffs, first to Gibbs, then to Raymond, and then Gibbs wide open on the screen, gets a nice block, and then with speed, able to get into the red zone and pick up a 1st and goal. So now, just inside the Ravens 10, for the first time today, are the Lions. Takes the snap, going to give it to Gibbs again. Why not? Gibbs going to pick up just about 4. Be taken down at about the 6 or maybe the 5, depending on the spot. Jahmyr Gibbs really hasn't shown too much, but he's made a couple of nice plays here. Start this drive. And 2nd and goal. Gibbs still looking for his first touchdown of the season. 2 first downs in this drive alone. That is half the amount of first downs they had in the first half. Goff firing, incomplete. Target was Gibbs, but it hit the foot of the defender. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Now a question enters the mind. I mean, given how deep you are here, do you just, if you don't get it here on 3rd and goal, do you go for the points? I figure you do. You're down 28. You need to get as much as you can get. I know you're down 28, but I think either way, you got to just take any points you can get. Jameson Williams checks in here in the red zone. Goff is in the shotgun. The long 3rd and goal. Here's the snap. Goff looking. Still has plenty of time. Now he's on the run. Goff got to throw it away. It is incomplete. Did not get much on that. Target was Jameson Williams. 4th and goal. and just good coverage. And it looks like they're keeping the offense out on the field. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Lions converted their last 4th down. And I know you're down 28. I would have just taken the points, but I mean, I figure you're down 28. It's not going to make too much of a difference one way or the other. Potentially. I guess we'll see. Goff takes the snap, looking to pass. Pressure is coming. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. Josh Reynolds was the intended receiver, and he couldn't come down with it. And that ball was bouncing around and very nearly intercepted. So Ravens going to take over on downs, and Lions unable to capitalize on an opening drive. Oh man, that's tough. You get all the way down to inside the 10, and you just can't finish the drive. That's just been the story of the day. Then again, it's not like we are not finishing drives, that we didn't really have any drives. But pick 6 would certainly insert some life. See if they can pull something off. I mean, maybe you get a safety, something. I mean, just not a whole lot of positives to come out of this game. And it sucks because, you had Jameer Gibbs, who seemed like he was getting something going there. And Ravens offense back out there, start their first drive of the half. Pinned pretty deep, but offense for the Lions unable to get anything, unable to put any dent into it, as Edwards going to pick up just a yard or two on the run. You got to think, I mean, this is a Ravens team, perennial playoff team, perennial division contender. It's a Ravens team. Last time they played was a couple of years back, and the Lions were a much different team talent-wise. As he's going to throw a little short pass to Edwards, who's picking up a big gain past the 40, and he is gone. One man to beat is Kirby Joseph, who takes him down in the red zone. And that's just a play you can't give up. It was a fake handoff initially, and then Edwards kind of sweeps around, finds himself wide open, and a lot of white jerseys chasing after a real fast runner. The Ravens now flipped the script as far as field position. this is certainly going to hurt where the Lions stand on defensive rankings because this is just a total blowout. And the Ravens looking to just keep going right where they left off. Very similar, I feel, to that game last year that they played against Carolina, where they just sort of didn't show up, it seemed. It just, right now, it's all Ravens all day. The Lions just not playing like the Lions had been playing the last 6 weeks. Jackson throws to the end zone. It is caught for another touchdown for Mark Andrews, and the lead is extended to 30. Welcome in, Tyler. Welcome in. 34-0 Baltimore. Mark Andrews on National Tight End Day is having a day. Mar Jackson's having a day. That's for darn old sure. That is for darn old sure. I'm not talking about Sam. I don't know if anybody, when I said Darnold, I realized that it sounded a lot like Darnold, which that's because of, yeah. 35-0. And the Lions had a chance to make it 28-7, and now Ravens just taking the top off. Seen a lot of people talking about. I have no idea. I think it's just one of those games. I saw. I'm just looking through some servers and stuff, and I saw somebody say, "Oh, the Lions are frauds, same old Lions," and I just can't help but just like you're just like a loser. Like you're just a loser if that's how you think, if that's how you respond to this game. Because right now, I mean, look, obviously we're not playing well at all, but to just sit here and act like this is SOL is absolutely ridiculous. Best team in the division. Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, right now, yeah, you're playing a terrible game. You're just not there. And I mean, I feel like if the Lions lose any game, there's always just going to be those people who say, you know what, this is SOL. Very hard to win 5 straight games in this league. Let alone go undefeated on the road like we had up to this point. Right now, obviously, this game is basically out of reach. So, like, you're just sort of playing to avoid embarrassment, even though you've already kind of gotten embarrassed. And you just look to next week where you got the Vegas Raiders on Monday night. So it's going to be a national, the whole world is going to be watching that game. It's not going to be this game where it's most of most of the country is watching this game. But but so just a bad game. I mean, no way to get around it. I look back to that game that they played against the Panthers last year, where it just and it's going to be a short kick, looking for a decent return. Actually, going to be taking the ball out from just past the 35. Mo Ibrahim with the return. He's slow to get up. Mo Ibrahim, who was picked up this week due to the loss of David Montgomery. And that would be another running back lost to injury potentially. Ibrahim looks like he took a hit to his knee on the way down. So he had a nice return there, and unfortunately, that might be the only play he has today. Just one of those days, I guess. Just one of those days where a team is just unable to figure it out. So, look, at this point, you just gotta you take your slice of humble pie, and like I've been saying, it's just you got to go into next week. You got to be prepared. You got to be ready to go because you know, look, your season's certainly not over. I think this team is making the playoffs. I think that goes without saying. But I mean, it's one of those things. I just like I don't understand people. It's like you lose a game in a very bad like you lose a game. You're never gonna be happy about a loss ever. There's never a time where you lose a game and you're like, oh, that was a good loss. It's never a good. It's never a good loss unless your team is so awful. Like your team is like 3-10, and you lose a game by like I don't know 1. And then you're like, okay, well, they played pretty good, but they couldn't finish it. Like in this case, yeah, good team playing another team, and it's just one of those games where you're for whatever reason they're just totally out of it. So I'm not worried about this team bouncing back. I mean, we had a bad game defensively against the Seahawks, and oh boy, they're still out there with Mo Ibrahim. And they're bringing the card out for Ibrahim. Oh wow, they're putting him on a stretcher. So that is not good. Talk about insult or injury to insult. It's gonna be a rough week for social media and sports media this week, I would imagine. I mean, it's already been a rough weekend given the Michigan game. My team has not scored a touchdown or has not scored any points this whole weekend. But hey, the Red Wings play later today, so I could at least look forward to that, hopefully. But look, it's an up and down league. You can't let this game define your season, and you also you know, you can't take too much out of one game when, they've won 5. So, the Ravens, I don't know. They've had a perfect game basically. This sort of game doesn't typically happen to anybody. I mean, you look at it, here's another example. The Jaguars last year, they played us and we crushed them. They didn't like it was at our home and we just crushed them. Like we were up like 28 to like 6 or something at the half. Like we pretty much we just destroyed them. The whole game we were destroying them. And what did they do? They won their division, won a playoff game, and they played the Chiefs decently well. Like, it's one of those things where you're gonna like it's hard for people to understand, especially in this city, in Detroit. Muhammad now on the stretcher. He's moving, like he's well aware of what's going on, but it's definitely something in his leg. But like I was saying, one of those things, it's like you're gonna if you win 12 games, like I had them winning 12 games, that means they're gonna lose 5 games. And it doesn't matter, like those 5 losses could come at any point. It could be 5 in a row, it probably won't be 5 in a row. It could be 3 in a row, it could be 2 in a row, like it could be any number of things. But they're able to cart Ibrahim off the field. And you just hate to see that for the rookie who was just brought up, I believe, from the practice squad, or I don't remember the situation. He gave a double thumbs up. So that's so Jared Goff back out there under center. Here's a snap. Fakes the give. Goff looking to pass. Going to throw it up the middle to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Picks up about 7 or 8. St. Brown, I mean, he's had another good day. Been targeted the most on this team. But the Lions certainly have holes, as all good teams do. And I'd say the biggest hole on this team is their secondary. And to be fair, it's been beat up. You have no Mosley, no Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but still, that seems to be the main thing is inability of secondary to make plays. Goff has some time. He's going to throw it high. It is incomplete. That was targeted to Jamison Williams. Couldn't come up with it. 3rd and 3. A little too high on the throw. Third and 3 for Detroit. They are bringing the pressure on this 3rd down. Why not? It's worked all day. They're going to give it to Craig Reynolds, who picks up the 1st down and gets a block to get into Ravens territory. 2nd straight trips for the offense getting into Ravens territory. And meanwhile, the Bears taking it to the Raiders, 21-3. Baggett or Bagent. I don't know what the guy's Tyson Bagent. I don't know who he is, but he's having a day. Is there a quarterback controversy in Chicago? Who knows? Under center is Jared Goff. Takes a snap. Going to fake the give. Goff, pressure coming. Got to get rid of it. He throws it away. Incomplete. And they're going to call it incomplete. We'll see. They're just going to say incomplete, so no intentional grounding. It'll just be 2nd down. Good on Goff to get rid of that ball. Second and 10. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the toss. A couple of fake tosses. They're going to give it to that Craig Reynolds again, who's going to pick up the 1st down. Or maybe just be a yard short. I think they might have made it a yard short. And it will be just a yard short. 3rd and 1. Goff is in the shotgun for 3rd and 1. Here's a snap. They're going to give it to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to be stopped at the line. 4th down and probably 1 or 2. Obviously, they're going to be going for it. They're going to say no gain, so it'll just be 4th and 1. So keeping the offense out on the field, obviously. Goff in the shotgun all alone. Lions 1 for 3 on third down or fourth down. Whistle is blown. Timeout is called by the Ravens. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff gonna lob it up deep, and it's picked off. Picked off by the Ravens in the end zone, and they're gonna knee it for a touchback. And that is, I suppose that's technically better as far as field position because it pins them to their own 25. It would have been a turnover on downs if you didn't get the 1 yard anyway. But I mean, it's just been an awful day for this offense, and that is only going to hurt Jared Goff's stats on the season to throw an interception on a 4th and 1 on a deep ball that, I mean, I think he was intending that ball to go to Jamison Williams, but he just completely missed him. Ball at their own 20. Jackson's still out there. And assuming they get a score here, we might not see him out there. They hand the ball off for a gain of about 5. Looks like the AFC North is a very defensive division. Browns with really good defense. Steelers got a solid defense. Ravens clearly have a solid defense. Bengals, not so sure. They're going to hand it off again and pick up the first down, I believe. Now, at this point, I imagine the Ravens probably just want to leave this game as much as the Lions want to leave this game. Up 35-0. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off again. Edwards looking for a lane, and Anzalone is going to take him down. Pickup of maybe a yard, maybe nothing. Here's a snap. Jackson looking to pass on 2nd and 10. He's going to lob that ball up deep. Nearly caught by Beckham. He tried to do a one-handed catch, as he is known for doing. Mark Jackson is about 60 or so yards away from a 400 passing yard game, and a pass is dropped by Zay Flowers as the flag comes in. And a little bit of extracurricular activity going on here. No flags have been thrown, but a lot of pushing and shoving. Oh. They're going to call him for OPI. And penalty will just be declined. And like a little bit of chipping, frustration obviously coming from the Lions, but looked like that was sort of started by a Ravens player being frustrated with some. I couldn't really tell. This was a bit of a skirmish, but here's the snap and there's the punt. Raymond is going to take it out, looking for something, and he's going to be taken down at about the 23 or 24. Lions coming out on offense again. Now, I really hope that they don't cut to a different game because this game is obviously very over. I guess if they do cut to another game, I'll just end the stream there. As a pass is caught by Jahmyr Gibbs for a big gain on the catch and run. Jahmyr Gibbs, hey, I guess if there's any positive, it looks like he's had a pretty solid game, especially on well, I guess running and pass catching. He's had a couple of nice plays. Problem is he's making them when you're already out of the game and the defense really is playing prevent. So you can look at his stats, but that's just really not going to tell you much. Here's the snap. It was a little low, but he's going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs is looking for a hole, looking for a lane. He finds one, and he stays on his feet, and he picks up another first down. Another fine play there from Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, he's going to be short of the yards to gain. Here's a snap. Goff looking to pass. A little short one to Gibbs again. They're really feeding Jahmyr Gibbs. He picks up the first down on the screen. All of a sudden, Jahmyr Gibbs getting much more of a role here on offense for the Lions. Goff is under center this time. Here's the snap. Going to fake the give, looking to pass. He's going to pass it to Jahmyr Gibbs again. Why not? This time, however, Gibbs only going to pick up one. Tackled immediately after the catch. And clock starting to roll down on the third quarter. Goff in the shotgun. Probably, it looks like they will have to run one more play. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff, pressure coming, nearly lost the football, but he's going to be sacked. And that'll end the third quarter. Third and long for Detroit. That Lions fan can't believe it. What I just don't understand. I'm blown away by this Harry Potter night on the Masked Singer. Like, was this like a? Yeah, I think you might be like a few decades too late. You know, I don't know. I guess people still like Harry Potter, but like, I don't. Why? I don't. I don't know what your target demographic of like people over the age of 60 who watch that show. I don't know that they're big Harry Potter fans. Unless there's a lot of people that are my age that are, watching the Masked Singer. Guess that's possible. Applegate Home and Comfort. You can't even make my day even better with your beautiful song, unfortunately. Did they just like throw a football in this local commercial because they knew it would be playing on a Sunday? Uh, Ugh. Well, again, at least I have the Red Wings. Hopefully, if the Red Wings lose today, then my whole weekend is just destroyed. I will never. So third and long, 3rd and 19. Gonna need a big play. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass, obviously. Goff has time. He's going to throw it up the middle to Sam Laporta. He's going to try to break free of the tackle, cross into midfield. Flag comes in. He's short of the yards to gain. And I think it might be a hold. Or potentially roughing the passer. I think I just heard them say that. And it will be a roughing the passer call. And so the Lions going to pick up the first down. As the yards picked up on the end of the run, so Lions convert. You managed to catch a break there. Goff now thrown for just over 200 yards on the day. Yeah, I mean, like, this is one of those things where you obviously can't let this game affect your performance next Monday against the Raiders. You gotta go out and have a big game on Monday night. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass again. Goff has some time. He's going to throw this one up the middle, a dart to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think about 9 yards for 2nd down and 1. Here's somebody specific, like some particular person yelling something, but I couldn't really tell what it was. I do wonder how loud you have to be able to be caught. They're going to toss it over to Gibbs, who gets a block, finds a lane, breaks a hole, and he's in for the touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his first career touchdown in the NFL. Couldn't come at a worse moment. First touchdown for the rookie, but unfortunately for him, his team is down 35-6. It was a nice run and a nice looking block, but you really can't feel all that good. I mean, you got to feel good that you didn't get shut out, I suppose. But hey, I mean, you're going to keep that football if you're Jahmyr Gibbs, but that's about the only memorable thing you want to keep from this game. And obviously, they're going to keep the offense out there and try to go for 2. Boy, that is awkward. Like, he gets his first touchdown, but it's in probably the worst game his team has played. Goff is in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Goff gonna quickly throw it to Gibbs. He's gonna be tackled as soon as he gets the catch. So they fail to convert on the 2-point, and the Ravens hold on to a 21-point lead. It is 35-6, 13:59 to play. Well, at least it's not a shutout. I guess, yeah, it's like the worst. I feel bad for Gibbs, right? Because you don't want to remember this game. And yet, it's his first career touchdown, hopefully first of many. But I don't think his parents are at this game. I don't know where his parents are from. He's from Georgia. I don't know if his parents still live there. Wow, he got an offer from U of M when he was in college. Huh. It doesn't. All it says is that he went into high school in Georgia. So I would imagine his family still lives in Georgia. But look, I mean, still your first NFL touchdown. Unfortunate that it had to come in a game like this, but it was a nice play. It was a nice little toss around. He got a block, saw the speed there. Uh, Unfortunately, it's hard to really gauge much though, because it's like the game is sort of out of reach, and the defense understands that they're pretty much not. They're not locked in, I guess, is my point. So I don't know. No, I think we destroyed the Raiders. I'm not worried that this game is indicative of anything about this team. I think the Raiders are an awful team with an awful coach. This is a good team with a good coach. Really, it's not great that we showed up and looked terrible, but at the same time, this is going to happen. You're just gonna have one of those games where everything goes right for the other team and nothing goes right for you. That's just the NFL. I think a lot of Lions fans, and a lot of NFL fans in general, I think when it's not your team, it's easy to understand that, right? Like when you see, this week the Bills are losing to the Patriots. I don't know if they lost the game, but it looks like on the little screen, it looks like they're down by 5. Like if they lose that game, it's like as an NFL fan, you'd be like, wow, it's any given week they're gonna try an onside kick, and it's gonna be picked up by the Ravens. I mean, at this point, you probably could just need the ball. Wow. So Lamar Jackson continues his domination over the NFC. They showed a stat earlier about how I believe he'd only lost one game against NFC opponents. So look, you don't really. It's one of those things where you're going to lose games. Unfortunately, you didn't lose this one in a pretty way. Odell Beckham makes the catch and looking for some room to run past the 30 as he's taken down just a little in bounds. Yeah, right. I mean, I guess it's just one of those things where you kind of you took one on the mouth, and it's about how do you bounce back. Like, I don't think anybody. It's like nobody cared that we lost to the Seahawks. Maybe we just have something against Bird teams. We're going to be 1-2 against Bird teams. Beat the Falcons. Do we play any more Bird teams? I don't think. No, we don't play the Cardinals. So I don't think so. We don't play the Eagles either. But I think we're done with Bird teams for the season. I mean, again, it's just one of those games. I feel like it's not. We'll talk about it on the show on Tuesday. I mean, I love I'm already we still have a whole quarter, and I'm already sort of getting into post game mode. But it's one of those games where it's what can I take away from this other than okay, our secondary is very bad. Our secondary was also very hurt, to be fair. But regardless, it's bad, and we clearly have struggled stopping mobile quarterbacks. Tells me what we have to do at the trade deadline, and it's look for a guy on the D line, look for guys in the secondary, look for like those are the top priorities. And Brad Holmes is gonna have to make some decisions. And I'm not saying you got to be stupid and you got to trade away all your draft picks. I mean, clearly he knows how to draft. So, and he could draft anywhere it seems. First round, second round, doesn't matter. He can find a guy. So, yeah, I mean, you got the Gibbs touchdown, so looks like maybe if you can get him involved, he can make some nice plays. But just one of those games. Wow, I called that a touchdown. Huh. So I do wonder if they score here, are they going to switch the game over? Now again, I'm watching the game from the market, I guess, from Michigan. So I don't know how that works. I've never had that happen, so I don't know if that will happen. Pass to Odell Beckham Jr. is caught. Flag is thrown. He picks up the first though. If it stands, but it's going to be coming back. Did he just spit into his helmet? Yeah, that's a hold. But it's one of those things where the more I think about it, right? Okay, so this week we came in theory, like healthier on defense than we did last week, and we looked really good on defense last week. But despite that, and Kirby Joseph kind of banged up. He's off to the sideline. Um, Max Crosby, is he from Michigan? I didn't know he's from Michigan. He went to like Eastern, didn't he? Is he from Michigan though, or did he just go to Eastern? He's from Texas, but he played for Eastern Michigan, from Cooleyville, Texas. I didn't mean to. I wanted to see his wiki. Yeah, he went to high school in Texas. He's a Texas boy. He's a Southern boy. But yeah, he's went to Eastern Michigan, lived in Texas. Eastern Michigan was the only college program to give him an offer. For whatever reason, his Wikipedia professional career page is just blank. Oh wait, no, it's there. They just moved it really weirdly. Yeah. So went to Eastern Michigan. Here's a snap. They're gonna hand it off, and looking for a lane does Hill. It'll be fourth down, and manageable, I suppose. But they're just gonna bring out the field goal team. Obviously. First time Justin Tucker's had to come out and have it not be for a touchdown extra point. He is 11 for 13 on the season with a 50-yarder. Obviously one of the great kickers of all time. One of the great kickers this year again. 32-yarder. Snap, kick, and it's good. Just able to keep it in. 38-6. Baltimore extends their lead. Can I see what my fantasy team is doing? That's about the only other thing I can maybe find some positivity. Yeah, I see that. I mean, the Raiders don't have their starting quarterback either, so it's a little bad on their defense, but offensively, I can't really like look at that too much. Okay, this one I think I've basically just gotten the bag because the person that I'm playing has like four. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, for 5 players that are just not he just didn't take out even though they're not playing this week. So, yeah, I've definitely got that game won. My other league, I am getting absolutely annihilated. Now, to be fair, most of my guys have not played. Most of my team is yet to play. But I am getting annihilated. So, do I not have, no, I have Stephon Diggs in my other league. Is he in? Did I kept him in, right? Yeah, okay. I love Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is probably my favorite fantasy player. He's consistent. Huh. I mean, they're talking about apparently the Ravens had some penalty. I don't really care. Like it's one of those things. I don't really care that much about refs. For the most part, but there is still a lot of. Oh no, those are empty seats. Okay, I thought that was Lions fans. Look like it's just empty seats. Like again, I'm telling you, if you just flip the big noon games, if you flip Oregon Utah as your big noon game, that would be a good game. Again, unfortunate. They play on the West Coast. Not gonna work. Just saying. I feel bad for Kevin Burkhardt because we had to give him a bad game. I feel bad. Seems like a good broadcaster. 1st and 10. Goff takes the snap, looking to pass. Goff gonna dump it out to Jahmyr Gibbs, who is gonna break free of the initial tackle. Just a little bit though, as he picks up just one. Made something out of nothing, I suppose, but looks like right now they're just trying to get players more comfortable, I guess. Jahmyr Gibbs getting a lot of targets. I remember somebody saying, "Is this the Jahmyr Gibbs come out day?" And I guess you could call it that. Because he's had a pretty good game as he picks up another catch for about 6 or 7 yards there. It'll be 3rd down. Here's snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff going to throw it quickly here to Sam Laporta, who picks up the 1st down and gets out of bounds for a 1st down. Or did I already say that? I feel like I just had a moment. Yeah, but that's currently. Like I don't like the they only have one more game of the team with a winning record. It's like, yeah, but like that's like right now. The Cowboys could end up having a losing record by the time we play them. Or any of these other teams could have winning records. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time, gonna dunk it over to Jahmyr Gibbs. Why not? Or no, that's to St. Brown, excuse me. They're going to talk about this game for sure. Goff looking to pass. Goff going to throw it up the middle to Sam Laporta, who gets it into Ravens territory. Jeez, Bears taking it to the Raiders. Here's snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff has some time. looking. Going to throw it up the middle to Laporta again, who stays on his feet and picks up about 8. Took a little hit there, but he seems to be okay. Going to take him to the sideline for a play. 2nd and 2. Vikings are almost certainly going to lose, but Goff in the shotgun, looking to pass again, throws it to St. Brown for a first down. Offense looks obviously a lot more effective now as the Ravens basically just playing prevent. Not trying to give up a big play. And even if they do give up a big play, I mean, nothing is going to happen. This game is definitely out of reach. And it's been out of reach probably since the first half. Goff now on the run. Going to get rid of it to Gibbs. Gibbs able to break a tackle, able to break another. Hey, it's a nice play there from Jahmyr Gibbs. Pick up just about 2 or 3 yards on a play that looked like it was sort of falling apart. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass again. He's going to throw it a little high to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who picks it up and picks up a first down. And again, at this point, you're playing for, not embarrassment. You're playing so that you don't just get destroyed. And you feel a little good. You end a game potentially. You can end this game here with a touchdown drive. You can kind of ride that feeling out into the week and, make the adjustments needed. Here's a snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff still running. He's got to throw it. He threw it low. Incomplete. I don't know how he managed to get so much on that ball. It looked like kind of a pitcher delivering that ball low. And he's thrown the ball 45 times. Now, again, you can't really take much from that because you're playing down. You're going to throw the ball a lot. So, can't really take much out of it. A lot of it to me is just sort of, I don't want to say stat padding, but it kind of is, I suppose. It's not like not indicative of like anything deeper than just what the situation was in the game. Goff throws it to St. Brown, and that ball was knocked out incomplete. Goff in the shotgun all alone. Ball at the Ravens 20. Here's a snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff going to dunk it down to J-Mo, and it's off the hands of Jameson Williams. It was a little off target. I'm not going to blame that one totally on Jameson Williams. It wasn't a good throw. 4th and 10. Keeping the offense out on the field on 4th and 10. Obvious reasons. They got 2 seconds. They got to snap the ball. And Campbell's going to call timeout. Listening to Greg Olson right now. Here's the snap. Goff looking to pass. Goff gonna throw it and nearly intercepted. Target was Antoine Green. It'll be a turnover on downs. I mean, at this point, honestly, you could knee it actually. I mean, it wouldn't end the game, but and looks like Lamar Jackson is not going to check into the game. Tyler Huntley is in for the Ravens, and that is pretty much the dagger. And they're going to bring in Edwards. He's going to pick up just about 3 or 4. Yeah, well, Lamar Jackson beat us. No doubt about it. We gambled in a sense as far as like try to beat us with you can't really beat us with the run, which frankly they had a really good game running the ball, but they didn't need to run the ball because Lamar Jackson was just beating us with his arm, and you got to hand it to him. Here's a snap. Jackson gonna hand it off. Edwards gonna be stuffed at the line. Ball came out, but the whistle was blown. Play was dead. Here's the snap. Looking to pass is Jackson. He's going to take a deep shot. Incomplete. I believe that was. Or I'm sorry, that was Tyler Huntley. I was just so like zoned in that I was like, oh yeah, Lamar Jackson. Nope, Tyler Huntley. So 4th and 5, punt team comes out for I believe, just the second time today. And I imagine they probably bring in Teddy Bridgewater. Well, no, there's no way you're going to bring Goff in at this point. Khalif Raymond going to try to run out a return, and he finds a lane, and he's going to be sandwiched. I was looking for the Lions for next week, and I was like, oh, wait, they play on Monday. And Khalif Raymond is down. And that is just so. I mean, that is the worst you could imagine in a game that is over. I was a little concerned that he was taking that ball out on the return. So. Baltimore's got the Cardinals, Seattle. There's a lot of games they could definitely. They could certainly go on a run here. Cardinals, I think they could win. Seahawks, I think they could win. Browns is tough because that defense is so good. But then again, our defense was good going into this game too, and they diced us up. So I mean, if you lose Khalif Raymond, that's not ideal. Punt returner, decent receiver. He's like a 4th or third option. Well, probably not a third option. Probably a fourth option, fourth or fifth. But he's made some plays. And I'm trying to like both stay awake and then also just like look for something to commentate on, given the state of the game. So Goff is going to stay in. He's going to take a deep shot, going for Jameson, and is knocked out incomplete. I don't know where it didn't hit him. The ball was just dropped. Where did that hit him? He had that. Oh, geez, it just hit him in the helmet. I mean, he didn't have both his arms, to be fair, but it's like, boy, that ball just hit you in the face, JMO. I mean, I haven't seen that before. I've never seen that. Talk about just unfortunate timing. Here's the snap. Goff going to take another shot and incomplete. Going to throw it up the middle to St. Brown. A little bit of chirping there. Fourth and 5. Obviously going for it. Going to pass his Goff. He's going to throw it to St. Brown. He's going to pick up the first. St. Brown really is a reliable target. Another 100-yard receiving day for him. I have never seen a ball just hit a player on the helmet. I mean, it's just one of those days, right? Like, the ball, like, it was a well-thrown ball. Like, it was on target, but it hit you in the helmet. I mean, it's like, talk about being wrong place, wrong time. He was like a foot forward or a foot back, like an inch, I should say. Like, it's just enough where it kind of drops into his body. I don't know. What are you going to do? Wonder what the rest of the people are saying. Somebody said 15-2. It's like, like that's the thing, right? Like, if we lose this game, but then we win every other game, is everyone just gonna be like, oh my gosh? But do you remember that one time we lost? It's like, no. So, you're gonna lose a game, and sometimes you're gonna lose a game ugly. Sometimes you're gonna lose a game and you play like terrible. This is a good team though. I think typically good teams don't start five, or bad teams don't start 5-1. It doesn't matter who you play. And you can say, oh, they played only bad teams. Oh, they played this, that, and the other thing. It's like you're playing your schedule for one. And it's not like in college, right? Like in college, if you play like a bunch of bad teams, like the difference, I mean, you just saw it this weekend. The difference between Michigan and Michigan State is like the difference between an NFL team and a CFL team, essentially. Like you could play that game 100 times. The result is going to be pretty much the same. Goff gonna take a deep shot again. This time he's got J-Mo and he drops it. He drops it. What would have been a touchdown. And I mean, that's he had a. I mean, he had the corner beat. He had the DB beat, and he just. I mean, you gotta catch that football. It's in your hands, and once again, Jameson Williams. I don't know. He's just got a case of the dropsies. 5 drop passes on offense for the Lions today, and I mean, as a perfectly thrown ball, it was right to him. And these drops for Jameson Williams are starting to become a trend at this point, where he's able to get open. He has the speed, but he cannot catch the football. Gibbs with a short run of about 5 or 6 yards, maybe 7. It'll be 3rd down and short. I mean, jeez. Jameson Williams, it's getting a little tiresome with Jameson Williams and these drop footballs. A few of them weren't his fault, but that, I mean, it just seems like it's like whenever we toss the ball deep to him, it's not like a guarantee. Like if you're open and the ball is in your hands, you've got to catch that ball like 9.99 times out of 10. They're going to give it to Gibbs, and Gibbs finds a hole and picks up the 1st down. Kevin Burkhardt. He is so excited for the game break. Hey, look at that. The Patriots down to the wire with the Bills. The Patriots are about to beat the Bills. Up 4 with 12 seconds, right? Like, it's one of those things. It's just one of those games, man. You don't explain it. And everyone knows that on paper, the Bills are a much better team than the Patriots. Any given Sunday. It looks like the game is already over according to ESPN. I see the final. So they're going to hand it to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to just be taken down, only gain 1 or 2 yards, and that is just going to do it. So very, very bad game on pretty much all fronts for the Lions, especially on defense, but even more so on offense, scoring just a total of 6 points. So we will break down the game here very briefly because there's not a whole lot to break down. Take a look here. I mean, team stats, this is the thing I want to break down. So the Ravens were 50% from 3rd down. So 4 for 8, just can't do it. You can't do it. I'm going to mute this just because it might be a little distracting, but it looks like the Bucs and Falcons playing a tight game. You can't do this. You can't give 4 for 8 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, we were 5 for 16, about 1 in 3. Not ideal, but it's not like the worst, I suppose. And I can't really look at the total yards because, a lot of those yards were added in garbage time when we were down 28 now. So, that it's really one of those things where the game was over before it even started. Time of possession was pretty much split, but again, they had the ball for the entire 1st half, and they just ran the floor. So, penalties, neither team was really penalized all that much. I don't know. Not a whole lot there. Look at the box score, I suppose. I mean, again, I can't really look at these total stats and come away with much of anything. Jahmyr Gibbs had over 100 total yards with the receptions and with the rushes. I guess that's the only bright spot I can say. And Jameson Williams, man. I mean, no catches on 6 targets. And what would have been a touchdown there at the end, and just can't do it. You just can't do it. I mean, Josh Reynolds had a decent game. Yeah, it's overall, it's just been bad. It's just a bad game. You want to just leave this game and forget about it. If you're the Lions, for sure. So appreciate anyone for coming out. Unfortunately, it's not a Lions victory, so we'll break the game down a little bit more. We'll talk about some of the takeaways, what we can draw from this game, but just an awful game. So appreciate anybody for coming out, and yeah, I will see you all on Tuesday evening, hopefully. So have a great night, everybody, and I guess go Lions.